Christine says, it's 6 p.m. by me and I'm having dinner with my babies, just FYI, LOL. But you look great and your hair is fab. Don't even worry. Thanks, babe. I appreciate it. All right, I'm going to dive in. You might see me reach over and let people in. Okay, so let me introduce myself. My name is Brittany Budd. I'm a mindset and business coach, and I help online entrepreneurs to build and scale their businesses to 6 figures and beyond using organic social media marketing strategies. And I bet you can hear my kids right now screaming because my father got a drone for Christmas and he does not know how to use it. Have you ever seen that YouTube video of the little girl and she gets that like fairy Barbie and you pull the cord and it spins and it goes straight up. This is Christmas morning, it goes straight up and then whoop, right into the fire. So this happened with my dad and his drone, but it like just hit by the fireplace. And so he gave it to my husband because my husband's techie apparently, and they're practicing with it and it's making my kids excited. So this is what moms deal with sometimes when dad's supposed to be watching the kids and keeping everybody quiet. No dice. So if you hear them, I apologize. We're going to be talking about the 3 biggest mistakes of social media selling that I see as a business coach that people are making in the online world. And so I pulled my Facebook group, which if you're not a part of my Facebook group, in the last 15 months, I've organically grown my Facebook group to over 5,000 people. I have like a 94% engagement rate, which means these are not just vanity metrics. These are my ideal client hanging out, listening to me and buying from me. Now, I know I am the queen of Facebook groups, but I am not going to be teaching about Facebook groups in the near future. Like, I've done it. There's a training. It's free. You can go watch it, enjoy. It's amazing. Go do that. We're not talking about that right now. We're talking about the biggest mistakes of social selling. And so I polled my audience, and let's face it, friends, there are quite a few mistakes that people are making in like the online world trying to make money, and it's proving to be unsuccessful for them, right? And so the number one mistake that I see social sellers, it doesn't matter if you're in direct sales, it doesn't matter if you are a coach, a VA, a graphic designer, and really doesn't matter what platform you're on. You can be on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Clubhouse, doesn't matter. There's others. People are making the same mistakes. And one of them is be a real ass human being. So what does that mean? We've all gotten the hey girl messages and we all freaking hate them, don't we? And that's because these poor people have no idea how to be a normal human being and create real relationships. And now we've come to a point in the online world where even when people seem to be being genuine and they're not doing the hey girl, I got this great opportunity for you, they're saying other weird shit to us that's making us immediately put our walls up and be like, oh no, I'm not fucking talking to you. Like, hey girl, tell me about your business. If you looked at my profile or learned anything about me, you'd know what my business is. Or like, hey girl, what big goals are you working on for 2021? Like, you're a stranger. I don't know you. I'm not telling you my big goals. Why would I tell you my big goals? I'm not doing that. No, I don't want to. And so we have this whole group of people who are, you can feel there's no authentic bone in what they're putting out to us. It's all phony baloney. It's all bullshit. They have ulterior motives and we can feel it. And so we're shutting down. We're shutting down from real relationships with people because we just don't trust each other anymore. How many of us have felt this with other people? You're just like, I don't know if I can make an internet friend in these days. Like, is everyone trying to sell me something? The other thing that you see when people, like, this is the no like trust factor, guys. You see people who will just like copy and paste the same message across like a million Facebook groups, copy and paste. This was a big one when I was in network marketing. So like throwback, I was in network marketing 4 years ago. I was with a skincare company. I loved it. I did it for fun. I enjoyed it. I made all kinds of sideline sister friends. And 3 years ago now. Yeah, almost exactly. Like last week, it was 3 years ago. I started investing in my own coaches to teach me how to grow my business. And then 2 years ago, I became a business coach. But we would often see people copying and pasting messages, posts from their leaders, right? So it would be like something about their product, something about some kind of promotion, and everything was just copy and pasted. People really struggle to find their own voices, right? They hide, they're afraid, and I totally get it, Let me just have a sip of water here. You guys all know my big Disney mug that I love to put my ice water in. As kids, as preteens, like I was bullied, we all had bullies, people not being nice to us. And so we shrink, right? And a lot of us in this online space, we have been told that we're too much. You're too loud, you laugh too much, you're too nice. Someone told me I was too uppity once, and I was like, I don't think that means what you think it means. She meant that I was too like peppy and optimistic, and I was like, that's not what that means. But it was super rude, just like on one of my videos. And so it makes us hold back. You know what? I'm just going to put on a mask. I'm going to be somebody different. I'm going to be who you guys think I should be. I'm just going to try to appeal to all of the masses. And then we don't be a normal person at all. And when it comes to social selling, people are afraid to be themselves. They're afraid to use storytelling, which is the biggest way to make money, selling through stories, selling through, your own journey and your own authenticity and your own vulnerability, and saying, hey, this is something super shitty that I overcame, but everyone's too afraid. If we can overcome this, hey girl message, and I'm very awkward and I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just going to copy and paste, and I'm just going to copy and paste the same hey girl message to a bunch of like bitches that I went to high school with and I would never go to coffee with, and I'm just going to hope that people will know, like, and trust me enough to join my team or buy my products or hire me as a coach. And it just doesn't work. And honestly, it's exhausting, because when you're in that mindset, the hustle is so fucking intense, where you're like, oh my goodness, I have to reach out to 20 people today. I have to post 1,000 things. I have to go interact on other people's posts. And it's like we're glued to our phones because we're addicted to trying to get a sale, sign a client, sign someone to our downline. And so we're constantly hustling. But didn't we all sign up to be entrepreneurs so that we could work a couple hours here and there and make decent money doing it? But when we're not being our authentic selves, we don't know how to tell stories. We don't know how to connect with other people like a person. We're hustling. We're hustling all the time. It's 24/7. Our eyeballs are bleeding. We're on our phone in the middle of the night. We're stressing out, and it's just a complete shit show, is it not? How many of you guys have done that? Because I know when I was in the direct selling world, that was my life. And one thing that I look back and I'm like, what? Why? I would take pictures of like my kids at the beach. There are pictures of my kids at Disney World. And I was really proud to say things like, view from my office today. What? That is not what? Nobody wants that. No one wants to go to the beach with their kids and have to work. No one wants to be on a trip to Disney World with their family, but also hustling the whole fucking time. That's not the dream. That's not the vision. But it's been drilled into our heads to be these like robotic things that are copying and pasting and just like trying to talk to everybody and hustling till our eyes bleed, that the whole part of being a human has gone out the window. Number 2. Standing out in the bloodbath. I really debated calling number 2 standing out in the bloodbath, but I had to. So this is, and I talked about this before, so if you've been on any of my trainings anywhere ever, you've probably heard me talk about the red ocean, blue ocean thing, which is a Russell Brunson analogy to the online world. And so the bloodbath is the red ocean. Okay. And like, we're all in Facebook groups. Yes. Instagram, we follow influencers. Yes. And when someone comes into a Facebook group or an influencer poses a question, or like a guy that I follow, Maddie Woodard, he's so great on Instagram. And a post that he did was like, if you're under 30, ask a question. If you're over 30, answer a question. And you know, in these Facebook groups too, you'll say, oh, can anybody recommend a good business coach? And then the bloodbath happens, right? You're in the middle of a red ocean. It is shark infested waters. Everybody's pouncing. Like, it's bloodbath. It's a bloodbath. Everyone is freaking out, trying to get this one person's attention. Hey, look at me. I'm better than them. You need to work with me or buy my thing, not them. And so when we see this, we either don't know how to stand out. How do I make myself sound better than everybody else on here so that the original poster actually looks at me, looks my way? There's hundreds of comments. Or we have no idea, which I'm going to come to number 3. We have no idea what our messaging is. And so we put out this really like generic blah thing and just hope someone somewhere sees it, which is kind of like screaming into the void. Like, no one sees me, no one's listening to me. I'm just, hello, I'm a business coach. Does anybody care? Or we panic and we go, you know what? Not going to participate in that one. Best not. I don't want to waste the thumb power. I'll just keep scrolling and find somewhere else to participate because this is a bloodbath and I won't come out alive. How many of you have seen or done that? Raise your hands. Tell me in the comments, in the chat. Yeah, Stacy's raising her hand. We hide. We don't know how to stand out. We don't know how to stand out in a crowd. And, you know, a lot of people will say, oh, you know what? The coaching industry, oversaturated. Skincare, direct sellers, oversaturated, which is really funny because I'm going to remind you all that when you're in the world of it, not like the world, but you're in that world, right? When I was in skincare and I was in the skincare world, yep, it really fucking looked oversaturated because everyone that I was friends with, everyone I was following, everyone everywhere I looked was with the same company as me. But now that I don't do it anymore and I've stepped back and I'm over here as a coach, now I'm friends with a lot of coaches and I'm like, who even does skincare anymore? Any of you guys do it? We all left at the same time? Okay, cool. Like, I don't see it anymore. But it's still a very thriving industry. It looks oversaturated when you're in the middle of it, right? Because you're surrounded by those people and you're just like, is anybody not a mindset and business coach? We all are? Okay, now what? And so when we feel like, okay, everybody's doing the exact same thing as me, how do I stand out? I don't know how to stand out. And so we say things like, I'm going to help you create the life of your dreams. I'm going to help you get clarity and confidence. Aren't those beautiful things that we hear people saying all the fucking time, but they mean nothing? It's just fluff. It means nothing. But it stems from lack of confidence in yourself, lack of confidence in your offer, lack of confidence in the results you can give to other people. And so you just like wash it way down and put something generic out and hope someone somewhere along the way at some point sees that and goes, I do want my dream life and I do want clarity and confidence. Thank you very much. How can I learn more? And guess what? That never fucking happens. Never happens. So what do? Number 3, so fucking quick. Look, 18 minutes. I'm already on number 3. Who are you talking to? This one's going to be a little bit longer. I saved it to the end because I have stories. Who are you talking to? This is not just about having a niche, because yeah, having an idea of who you want to talk to is so good. Like, you can't talk to everybody. You just simply can't. But knowing who you talk to in some capacity, even if it's just men or women, young people or old people, it doesn't have to be, well, now. It has to be women. They have to be between 20 and 25. They have to have gone to university. They have to have one child. They have to be married. Like, you don't have to niche yourself into oblivion, but you have to have some idea of who you're talking to. Because we know, not everybody's going to like us. Not everybody's going to enjoy what we have to say. And so even just narrowing down with, I'm talking to people who like what I have to say and who like me. I'm not talking to people who hate my guts or think it's annoying when I say bad words. Like, sorry, I can't help it. I love bad words. I want to like throw way back. Most people that are growing on social media or trying to have a business on social media, let's be honest, my Facebook friends list 4 years ago. So without telling you how old I am, I had Facebook since I was 18, okay? Right after high school. So a huge chunk of my Facebook friends list was people that I went to elementary school with, middle school, high school, people I met in university. When I became a stockbroker 7 years ago, that audience didn't work. I reached out to like 600 people of my Facebook friends. Yo, I'm a stockbroker now. Do you want to talk to me about investments? No, they didn't. They didn't at all. We were like our mid to late 20s. Half of them weren't married, didn't have kids, couldn't give 2 shits about retirement. Not the right audience at all. Okay, then I moved on to network marketing. You know who did not want to hear from me? Girls from my high school. They were so ready for me to hey girl them that I couldn't even move. I couldn't even breathe. I couldn't even post. And we've seen it. It's like being a naked person. Like, I'm a nudist. I'm naked. I'm just like getting dropped into like a super like Christian convention where everyone's like got their hair all done up in buns and the turtlenecks and the dresses and the long sleeve blouses and the men are in suits and you are a nudist and you're just like, oh, guess what? You're gonna get a wide fucking berth. Lots of people are gonna be far, far away from you. And that's what it was like when I was posting about my skincare company. No one looked. Nobody dared to comment. God forbid they comment, and then I DM them. Nobody reacted. No likes, no hearts, no nothing. Facebook, Instagram did not matter. It was fucking crickets. But why was it crickets? I wasn't talking to the right people. My audience was full of people that I would never even go to coffee with. And so over the last few years, I have unfriended like almost my whole original friend list, unfollowed on Instagram, like pretty much everyone I ever knew in real life. LinkedIn, no, bye, not happening. Like Pinterest even. Why am I following this girl from elementary school's pins? No, but unfollow. I'm unfollowing, I'm unfriending left, right, and center so that I can get a group of people that I want to talk to and who want to hear from me. Now I want to tell you 2 stories. First story. I write this post. Oh goodness. It wasn't even a year ago, but it was probably like 6 months ago. I write this post and it's talking about how I work, I want to work, I want to build my own thing. I could have a very successful stockbroker business. It was with my dad and he was like, I love you. You're my firstborn. You're so smart. Come take over my business. He's been doing it for like 30 years. And I was like, Okay, I get to work from home. But I always had this pull in my heart of, no, 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 you gotta do your own thing. You gotta have your own name, like you gotta be your own person. You gotta have your own business, make your own money. You gotta do it yourself. Here I am. And so I make this post and I'm like, I do this for my kids. I've got 3 beautiful kids, they're 6, 5, and 3. And I want them to have an amazing life. I want them to have, you know, better and more than I had as a child. So my mom comments, my mom is not my ideal client. My mom comments, oh, your father and I are so upset that you would post something like this. Your father worked so hard so you could have a beautiful life and you and your brother could have whatever you wanted. And I stayed home to take care of you. I can't believe you would put this on the internet. Not my ideal client. So I had to call her. And I had to tell her if she didn't stop putting weird shit on my posts, I was going to have to unfriend her. Because it's not like that. It wasn't like that. I wasn't saying, oh, I had a terrible life. There's nothing wrong with wanting more for my kids than what I had, even though I had a great life. What's wrong with wanting more? Story number 2, I swear. You guys know I swear. Now, I don't swear on my personal page, but I do swear on my business page. So I get a call from my dad. This is like a month or 2 ago. Got a complaint for you. Great. What, Dad? You're probably not going to care. I already don't, but all right, tell me. Well, you're swearing online. Yeah, I know I'm swearing online. Well, like, I swear, like, I grew up in a house, we swore. Like, my parents swore. Like, I swear, like, I'll swear with my clients. I'm not saying it's not professional. I'll swear with my clients. Because, you know, lets them know you're a real person. But, like, you're writing it down. And he was so disgusted that I was writing fuck. I'm typing it out and putting it out to the internet. That was next level shit for him. But guess what? He's not my ideal client either. And so when we're talking to everybody, we're going to piss people off. It's not going to resonate with people. They're not going to enjoy it. They're not going to want what you're selling. So knowing who you're talking to and then taking it a step further, not just knowing who you're talking to, but knowing them on that deep enough level so that you're in their brains, which is so key when it comes to social selling. Your messaging, who you're talking to, your marketing needs to resonate so wholly with your ideal client that they think that you've bugged their house. How do you know this about me? Are you reading my mind? Are you a psychic? Have you bugged my house? People have said these things to me. No, I haven't done all these things. I just know you really fucking well because it's my job. Talking to everybody, being a nudist at a Christian convention, selling bacon in a vegan group, that's not gonna work for you. So you have to know who are you talking to, and then doing it really fucking awesome. Okay. If content is king, community is queen. We all hear this. Content's king, content's king, content is what sells. Absolutely, 100%. But you know what? If you don't have a community, an audience, eyeballs, you don't have shit. These 2 things go hand in hand, content and community. You all already have an audience, whether you believe it or not. The average person will influence 10,000 people in their lives. The average person. All of you business bosses up in here, more than average. You're going to influence, impact, and serve more than 10,000 people in your lifetime. You're already doing it. Wherever you are online, in your life, you're influencing your family, your friends, the people at your church, the people at the grocery store. Like, you're influencing people all the time. But when you're trying to make 5K months, 10K months, etc. in your business, you need to have eyeballs that want what you're trying to sell. And so I was listening to Gary Vee earlier this week. I shared it on my Instagram stories. He's amazing. I love him. And he was talking about Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is like the most popular pop star, country star. What is she now? I don't know. Ever. But it's because of how she treats her community. She's constantly growing her community, her audience, her following by doing little acts of kindness. She is one of the only influencers in the world that if you tweet at her and go, Taylor, I'm getting married, come to my wedding, that girl fucking does it. Makes no sense on paper. Like, no monetary value in what she's doing on her end at all. But when she does it, and someone, that bride, goes, holy shit, Taylor Swift actually came to my wedding. Even if you don't like Taylor Swift, you do now. Because you're like, man, that was a really cool thing for her to do. Having an audience is like having a garden. You have to cultivate it, you have to create it, you have to nurture it all the time, and you have to fucking grow it. You cannot hit 5K months, 10K months, 6 figures, $1 million in a little itty bitty pool of people that you maybe went to high school with. It's not going to happen. You have to be growing the amount of eyeballs on you all the time and making those eyeballs feel like, yes, she's in my brain. She knows exactly what I'm saying. Yes, I feel like I know, like, and trust her. She's building up that authority. Her messaging's amazing. And guess what? When she puts out offers, I want to fucking buy it before she even finishes pressing post. I'm ready. And that's what we want. Okay, here we go, guys. Lunchtime. The Audience Incubator Mastermind. I'm very, very, very excited to be sharing this with you guys. I have never done a mastermind like this before. I focus on one-on-ones, but guess what? I'm full until like May on my one-on-ones. And all these issues that I just shared are plaguing so many entrepreneurs right now that if you're looking to hit 5 figures, 5K months, 5-figure months, this is what you need, okay? So let me share a little bit about this because it's going to be so much fun. Imagine what it would be like if every time you made a post, every time you made a video, it was going to people that love you, they're raving fans, they enjoy your content, and they want to buy what you're selling. Wow, wouldn't that be so great? Now listen, it does not have to be on Facebook. I want to make that very clear because yes, I'm the queen of Facebook groups, but as I said earlier, I've already taught you how to make a Facebook group. You have to already have a Facebook group. Okay, let me move on here. So who it's for? You have to have a business already. If you do not have your business in place, then let's talk about working one-on-one together. I will help you lay the foundation of your business and then build your business on top of that foundation so that you can have a profitable, enjoyable, easy, simple, fucking fun business. But if you do already have a business and you're just like, you know what, I just need to need to ump it up. I'm looking for 5K months, 5K plus months. I need this boost. You need to have at least 100 followers. Don't care where they come from. The principles of social selling, the principles of creating a community of people that love you and want to throw their money at you is the same regardless of what platform you're on. Like I said, you can be on Facebook, groups, TikTok, whatever, videos, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, doesn't fucking matter. Clubhouse, doesn't fucking matter. The principles of social selling and making people like you and putting out content that makes them go, oh my goodness, you're amazing. How did you know this about me? Yes, I absolutely need this. Yes, I'm a hell fucking yes before you even make your offer. And then selling to those people. Same. Okay? Any platform, 5K plus months. So fun. What's included? Okay, so we're gonna have a private Facebook group. In this Facebook group, you will have access to me. Yes, you have access to me in my 5,000 plus person group. This is capped at 10 people. This is a mastermind. This is an incubator. We are going to blow up your followers so that you can blow up your business. These things go hand in hand. So in this private community, you can ask all kinds of questions, get coached by me. You're going to have the support of the other women or men, likely women. No offense to the men. I just don't have a lot of men followers. You're going to have access to each other, support each other, share your wins, ask questions, create bonds, be in a community of people who are just like you, who also want 5K months, who also want to show the fuck up and blow the fuck up. Yes, so good. Every single week, we are going to meet on Zoom for 1 hour, and you're going to get coached by me. Yep. Not like free coaching Friday, but kind of like free coaching Friday. Once a month with my one-on-ones, we do this. Once a month, all my one-on-ones, as many that can come together and we do a group call. And everybody fucking loves it so much because it blows their minds to be around each other. They see me sharing their wins in my group, and they love putting names to faces and getting to know each other and creating relationships with other badass women. So, someone else is trying to get in. Weekly group coaching for 1 hour. Custom guidance and mentorship. Like I said, it doesn't matter what platform you are on. The principles are the same, but you are all different people. Every single one of you that signs up, every single one of you that applies and gets in, you're different. You have different businesses, you have different backgrounds, you have different platforms that you're trying to grow on. And so in the community and in the group coaching, I'm not going to just be giving you blanket statements. When you come to me, I'm going to be giving you custom, tailor-made to you responses. You guys know I fucking hate the cookie cutter shit. When I thought about making this program, I thought, do I make a program like videos, worksheets? It does not feel like me at all. I don't love it. I don't like putting people in boxes. I don't like people doing like check the box sort of programs. Like, yeah, do this, do that, class 1, class 2, here you go. I'm very much of you're different and you're different. You each need something different from me. I want to make sure that you get that. And so it's going to be custom to you, and we're going to do it for 6 months. That's a lot of coaching. That's a lot of help. That's a lot of community. Imagine what can happen in 6 months for your business with this mastermind. Okay, so in the 6 months together, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to help you, teach you. Actually, let me rewind a bit. The first week of the mastermind, I will be going live every day with trainings to help set you up with these pillars of social selling and community building. Also, that first week, we will start with the free coaching or the group coaching. And then every week after that, we'll do more group coaching. But that first week, we're going to talk about this stuff, and all the time, but I'm going to give trainings. How do I attract my ideal clients to me? I hear this all the time. I've got a group. No, all the wrong people are here. My Instagram is all like bitches from high school that I don't talk to anymore. They're sure as fuck not interacting. How do I attract the right people to me so that I can grow an audience that's a real audience? I'm going to teach you how to cultivate, grow, and nurture your audience. Like I said, it's just like a garden, friends. You pick what kind of flowers you want to grow. You make a little spot, and you start growing and nurturing them and taking clippings and planting more. And you're constantly growing your audience. The more your audience grows, the more raving fans you have, the more eyeballs you have, the more people like you, and the more people want to buy from you. It just goes together. We're going to get in their heads. I'm going to help you with copywriting. We're gonna like really refine your messaging and your marketing so they are hell yeses to your offers. I am only launching this program right now. It's capped at 10. I've had 4 people reach out to me to buy a spot because they were like, I don't want to wait. I don't want to apply. I want to be chosen, and I want to be chosen right now. They're hell yeses. As online entrepreneurs, what do we really want in life? Yeah, we want to make some bank, right? We want to serve people. I'm going to help you show up and serve that audience every day so that, again, they're hell yeses when you make your offers. You're giving. You're constantly giving. You're showing them what you're all about. You're making connections. You're serving them, just like T-Swizzle, right? She still call herself that? Probably not. She serves her audiences. And we're going to work on a simple plan of action. No one wants to hustle till their eyeballs bleed. I work a handful of hours, less. I work like 1 to 2 hours a day on my business. Now, that's not serving my clients. That's growing my business, I like Facebook, getting my Facebook group to over 5,000 people, making people believe that I love them, because I do. So simple plan of action. So here we go, 10 spots, apply now. If someone would be so kind as to type this also into the chat so people can grab it easy, BrittanyBudd.com/audience incubator. One-time fee of $2,500, so fucking cheap, or $500 a month for the 6 months. Insane value. Let me tell you a story. Thank you, Corey and Stacy. I'm going to tell you a story about my client, Jade. Jade is one of my one-on-one clients, okay? Here's how I gave a shit ton of value, which I always do. You guys follow me in my group. You know I give a ton of value in my group. I'm giving tips all the time. I do free coaching. In December, I did a 3-day Facebook group growth challenge, and she was in there. It was free. I give a lot. It was free. She was in there. She was like, yep, sign me up. I'm here. She went all in. It was amazing. A couple of weeks later, I did 25 10-minute calls. Some of you were on those calls. 25 people, 10 minutes each. I did it all in one day. I solved one problem in your business, and I served the shit out of every 25 of those people. Actually, like 2 people did not come. But anyway, she did one of those with me, and she was blown away. She knew she wanted to work with me. I knew she wanted to work with me because she had already DM'd me about it. And so she does this. Okay. Before December, back in May, she started her own Facebook group. So from May until December, which is 7 months, she had just over 700 people in her group. Fucking awesome, right? She does my 3-day challenge. She does our 10-minute call. She then moves on to hire me as her one-on-one coach. We started this month. We've had 2 sessions already. This girl has added more than double what her original group was. So her group's like 1,500 people now since December. So in 6 weeks, she's more than doubled her group size. And for 2020, she did $15,000 for the year. $15,000, $15,000. So far this month, since working together, she has done $19,000. That is insane. And so this is not a pitch for you to work with me one-on-one, but she's doing what we're going to be doing here. I helped her grow her audience. I helped her refine her message so that it's resonating with that audience. And they're going, oh, hell yes, when she makes offers to work with her. And now her income is exploding. And that's the whole point of the audience incubator. help you grow and nurture your audience, to nail your messaging, to nail your sales, and make 5K months, 10K months. 5K months is probably where most people that are like have 100 followers and are like newer in business are going to be chasing. But that does not mean that if you are past that and looking for 10, we can't make that shit happen, because we can. So go apply now. Like I said, there's only 10 spots. And if you are chosen, you will get an email. If you're not chosen, you will also get an email. I plan on doing this again in the future. I just don't know when. So who has questions? Let's open it up for questions. That's that. I'll try to stand out of the way a bit. Who has questions? Questions about the 3 biggest mistakes or questions about the incubator? Feel free to unmute yourself.
Well, I guess I don't necessarily have a question, but I just want to say that anyone who's thinking about this, like Brittany is freaking amazing, as you all know, but she has helped me so much in my business already. And quite frankly, the mindset stuff is like some of the biggest, because you just get stuck sometimes. And Brittany just knows how to get you unstuck. And so I love Brittany, and I just want you all to work with her.
Oh, Corey, I love you too. Corey's one of my one-on-ones and she's amazing. Let's talk about Corey. Corey is a real estate coach. And one thing that we had worked on together was putting on a free 5-day challenge to serve her audience, where she teaches real estate agents how to get 100 leads in 5 days. And this girl just wrapped up one of the challenges, and had 300 and how many people registered for this challenge?
24.
324 people registered for her challenge. And people are booking the strategy calls with her and messaging her about working together.
It's amazing. And then this week I decided to do a whole week-long training on the 5 biggest mistakes that agents make. And I've had more calls, and I've had so many people wanting to join my group from other groups, and it's amazing. I love it so much. It's fun.
You're amazing. That's all I know.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, honey. All right, anybody else have any questions about the program, the mastermind, or about the questions? Someone goes, was it Christy? I think I saw. What do we do about the bloodbath though? And that's what we're going to talk about in the incubator. We're going to talk about how to refine your message. So anytime I go into these, there's like definitely a strategy behind posting, even when you're like, I don't fucking know. If your messaging like hits bang on, then you will stand out. Also, the flip side to that red ocean, blue ocean is having your own audience, your own Facebook group, your own Instagram following, your own TikTok following. That's your blue ocean. No one's coming up in here, blooding it up, jumping all over your people. You are the pinnacle. People are here for you. They're looking at you as a leader, as an expert, to answer their questions, serve them, and show the fuck up. And so you don't have to deal with a bloodbath, but when you do decide you want to deal with the bloodbath, your messaging is so bang on that you do stand out from the crowd. You know, maybe the original poster doesn't respond, and I've found this. The original poster almost never responds to anything, it seems, but a bunch of people in the comments always respond to me. Always respond to me. But again, having your own audience, not just like your audience of ideal clients, that creates that blue ocean. So like you're the only shark in there, which, you know, let's not consider ourselves sharks, but you know what I mean? No one's jumping on everybody that's asking a question, trying to sell their shit and gobble them up and turn it into a feast, because everyone's just like, hey, Christy, you're the expert on this. Can you help me? You can say, yep, no problem, I can. I know exactly how to help you. Here's how. Which is so fun.
Thank you for answering.
No problem. Let me scroll up and see if there's any other ones. No.
So
Right. Go ahead, Corey.
I was just going to ask you, so what would you say is like the most important thing to remember? I keep feeling like it's consistency, but what do you feel like is the most important thing to remember when you're growing your audience?
Once you have your like messaging down, that's like a big thing. Really getting your messaging down so that people want to buy what it is that you're selling and making those offers and serving that audience. The next thing that I see people not do is show up. And that's why we're going to come up with a simple plan of action. So that you do show the fuck up all the time. We can't be half-assed in business. A lot of people think, oh, I'm an entrepreneur. I don't want to work, so I'm just not going to work. I just want to be rich and do nothing. That's why I became an entrepreneur. That's not how it works, though. We do still have to work. And a lot of times people don't know what to do. I don't know what my income producing activities are. I do like 20 things a day and none of them are fruitful. No, we're going to cut way back on the hustle. Make it super simple, make it super easy, make it super fun, make it be captivating and sexy and juicy so people are compelled to buy it. And just do it like I said, I work 1 to 2 hours a day. All of my clients that I've worked with, that's what we do. They work 1 to 2 hours a day and they fucking kill it. So that's what we're going to work on.
I was just thinking, what do you say? Nope, never mind. Just kidding.
Psych, fake out.
Well, you know, I'm sure I'll come up with it and I'll message you.
Does anybody else have any questions about the program or about the 3 mistakes?
If you don't make it in this time, like if they apply or I apply and I don't make it in, would I get a spot in the next one?
Yes, that is going to be the plan. Depending on how this goes, like I said, I've never launched something like this before. Depending on how this goes, I'll then decide when the next one will start and kind of continue on. That said, there are definitely going to be people that apply that it's not a good fit. But I'll know that based on the questions in the application form. So I want to keep it really high vibe. I want to keep the level of badassery top notch. And so I will be going through all the applications and hand selecting the other people. Like you asked, if there are more than 10 that are an amazing fit, then I will bust my ass to roll out a second one as quickly as possible.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Welcome. Kristen says, I must go. I want to thank you for your time and knowledge. Your talent is not lost on me. I plan to continue stalking you, and I'm sure our paths will cross at some point. I'm figuring out a few things, aka it's me, not you. LOL. I love your look. Thank you, Kristen. Stalk away. I'm an open book. Thank you for my husband goes, you look nice. And I was like, yes, under the messy mom bun and like the sweatpants, I'm wearing real pants. The sweatpants that I'm often wearing, there's still a hot babe under there. She just doesn't come out much, especially with COVID. Like, where the fuck am I going? Nowhere. All right, friends. Thank you so much. If you want to DM me with your questions, absolutely feel free. Danny says, you look hot. Great look. Love the hot pink. Denise says, thanks, Brittany. Stuff to think about. It's going to be amazing. We start February 15th. I probably should have wrote that somewhere. We start February 15th. Christina says, thanks. Can't wait to see you on the 15th. Christina is one of the ones that grabbed the spot early. We start the 15th. The 12th is when the doors slam shut. So you will not be able to apply after the 12th. Those that apply now, like sooner rather than later, like this is going not exactly on a first come, first serve basis, but if you apply now and your application's fucking bomb, you will be invited to join. I won't be making everybody wait until that last couple of days before we start to be notified. So like, don't sit on it. Definitely get on there. All right, friends, have an amazing night. Thanks for hanging out with me on your Friday evenings. Feel free to DM me with more questions. Yes, mwah, thank you guys, and I'll see you all later.